around again. We wanna dose at this right now it's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 내 이름 잊지 못하게 loud 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bag yeah yeah yeah. And when I start to talk that oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with that wild in my veins. You can hear it in my glow 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 glow. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 래퍼. 나와 되게 원한 널 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this?
Let's go.
See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you running it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game said I'm on fire with the blade you're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa So keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야 We're so tough let's get it show you out Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. Oh, 난 멈추지 않아. Oh, oh, we go hard. Oh, we pop stars, stars. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down.
This ain't where the legends come from. You know what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you sit back down and go play nice? So keep talking, keep laughing. One day you wish you had it. Other people on fire, fire. Maybe it's time they meet their dragon. If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta party down, 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 to the big show. Next on the ladder, is it your name in the rafters? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Moment of silence. Bad guy woke up and chose violence. And they're singing my praises, la la la. Screaming my name out, la la la. This is why we're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're I'm on my knees, pray for glory. Anyone read this underdog story? I can't lose myself again. Help me raise this sword. I'm brave. Once you play good, but once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're once you play. Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive.
All right. What is up, everybody? We are here with the first game of the Gauntlet, the first series of the Gauntlet, the Doctors versus the DOV Tigers. Now, yes, here we go again into the first game of the Gauntlet, my favorite weekend of the season. Whole bunch of games, just back to back. We have the 10th seeded Doctors versus the 9th seeded DOV Tigers, and yes, of course, the Zach ban against Mr. Blob Boy. That guy's never gonna get that champ. I mean, name yourself after a character, you will not get it, unfortunately. Ribbon and Bessa bans, just seeing a lot of top lane bans actually, which is a little interesting. But then we are going to see the Nocturne ban from the Doctors against the Tigers for the jungle. Here's what ban 3 will be for the Tigers. And it will be Jinx against the AD carry for the Doctors. Now, into the first picks. What will the first pick of the match be? Smolder, Hover. Personally, I love Smolder. Love to see this champ picked, but has still just being hovered, has not been selected yet. Smolder actually just got nerfed, but while is a scaling champion, has been pretty strong recently in the early game. and they nerfed that recently with some health and armor nerfs. But matched by the Lucian, probably, and if that gets locked in, I can only imagine it'll be paired with a Nami or a Milio. Yep, there's a Lucian lock. Expecting a Lucian or a Milio or Nami, but you know they did recently change Lucian's passive, so it does work with engaged supports. But there's the Milio for the extra range. Not as common as the Nami, but I would say just as strong. And the Nami hovered for the other side of the lane to be paired with the Smolder. I think that's actually pretty good. Smolder, if you go like a really like Dark Harvest or Comet focused build, can actually do a lot of damage early. So paired with the Nami could be good. Very both lanes want to be poking each other. Smolder wants to be stacking. Nami is locked in a Renekton hover, probably going to be locked. Nothing has been switched that hasn't been hovered as of quite yet. Renekton, a very good blind pickable champ, really strong into a lot of other champions. And we'll just have to see how the Tigers decide to pair into that. Nothing being hovered quite yet. But we shall see. I don't know how this champ pairs into Shen. Shen has seen a lot of prio recently, but Aurora will be the pick. Usually picked mid lane, but definitely can be used top lane. I don't know how it fares into Renekton, but definitely interested to see how that plays out and where that Aurora will be going. Into the second set of bans. Tigers will be banning Diana. Okay. I don't know that anyone really has been playing Diana besides Nate Babe on the Cat Cowboys, so although she has seen a lot of prio recently after her buffs in the mid lane, and she just got buffed in jungle as well. An Elise ban hovered by the doctors for the Tigers. That makes sense. I think they've played it a couple times and seen some pretty good success on it. And the Elise ban will go through. Followed by an immediate Maokai ban by the Tigers, focusing the jungler of the Doctors, getting some stronger champs banned out there. The final ban will be Wukong against the jungler for the Tigers. Makes sense. When I look at their match history, that he usually seems to be the one doing a lot of work, getting a lot of kills and doing a lot of damage. So getting him off his prio and comfort picks makes a lot of sense. Now we're going to head into the picks of the second phase of this draft phase. Right now I'd like to see some front line for the Tigers. There's Xin Zhao. Okay. Xin Zhao really strong and I think has been played a lot by the Tigers. And personally, I'm a believer in LS's idea that Xin Zhao just becomes a completely different champion when he has an enchanter behind him, such as Milio. It allows him to just play fights so much easier and have a lot more things he can do, especially with that extra auto range from Milio. Vi looking to be the pick against him. Vi, overall strong champion, did get nerfed recently, but I think still in a really good spot. And we will see what the last pick for the Doctors will be. Looking for a mid laner, I assume, unless they're putting Renekton top. But yeah, it will be a mid laner, and Annie gonna be the pick. Annie really strong right now after the recent changes. Gives her pen in her kit, so she doesn't really need to buy it. That's been pretty strong. And the last pick of the first match of the Gauntlet of BTL Season 18 will be Orianna. Okay. That means the Aurora is going to be top lane into the Renekton. Lots of damage on the Tigers, but their only frontline source is Xin Zhao. So if the Doctors play front to back, could be hard, but a lot of damage too. So not a ton of Renekton and Vi are kind of the only frontline champs on the Doctors, and I think could probably go either way. Let me think about which champ would I, or which comp rather, would I prefer to be playing? I think this looks like a fun game, that's for sure. I love Smolder, as I said, so definitely might lean towards that comp, but Xin Zhao with Milio can be really strong skirmishing comp from the side of the Tigers, and whereas the Doctors have a very kind of front to back style comp, and want to scale on the Smolder especially, but I would say the drafts are relatively even, just in while the Tigers don't have as much front to back capabilities, they definitely have a lot of damage that the Doctors need to be aware of. But Smolder can scale, Annie can scale, Renekton just gets tankier as the game goes on, they all scale. Aurora, Lakey, and Kebby one-shotting things like Smolder, Annie, Nami. Depending on what build Lucian goes, can do the same. Orianna, lots of damage. So I'm actually really excited about this match. And cannot wait to see how... Oh. Someone did something wrong. Had to remake the match. Now, chat. I gotta talk to you for a second, chat. Which team or which comp would you rather be playing? Like I said, I'm partial to the Smolder, but Milio Xin Zhao is really strong. Orianna's really strong. Aurora hasn't been played top a lot. Usually is a mid laner, but can be strong. So excited to see how this game plays out. I guess I can talk a little bit about how this weekend is going to be going. We're going to be this is the only series for the night. Will be the Doctors vs Tigers, and tomorrow we will be seeing the winner of this match versus the Knights of Ishtar tomorrow night at the same time. And then the winner of that will play the Mingos on Saturday, so on and so forth. Saturday we'll have 2 matches this weekend, or today and tomorrow will only be 1 match per night. Yeah, I don't know how the Aurora Renekton matchup plays out. Lots of range, but I feel like Renekton can maybe probably one-shot her once he hits level 3. But as I was saying, Orianna's strong. Xin Zhao with an Enchanter behind him is super strong. But a scaling Smolder with an Annie, and a Vi with Nami to buff their damages. Also quite scary. Excited to see how this match plays out. Matchup is Aurora favored, but the person playing it does not play his distance properly. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, well, let's hope to see that they have some good spacing this game to have that lane not die. But also, I like to see fights, so maybe we want them to fight. Yes, they did ban a lot of champs that he would have played. would like to point out the Doctors officially finally have their own logo. I was using a clip art Doctor image this entire season as their logo, but they finally gave us a official logo to use, so that's fun. That being said, we're heading into the spectator delay, so I'm going to send us to a quick little ad break to get rid of pre-rolls, and I will join you again when we are in game. All right. Welcome, everybody. I actually don't have anything to count down, so I'm just gonna be getting right into it right away. Got the Doctors versus the DOV Tigers. First match of the Gauntlet of this year, or of this season, this year. And I'm excited to see how this game plays out. The Doctors looking for a win, and they've got the hardest job ahead of them. If they want to make it towards semifinals and finals, they need to win 6 series in a row. So a lot of hard work cut out for them. If you don't know how the Gauntlet works, the lowest 2 seeds play a series, and then the winner of that series plays the next highest seed, so on and so forth, until we have the top 3 teams in the league do not have to play in the Gauntlet, and then the 4th seed is decided by the Gauntlet. Looks like both teams will be just 5-pointing, not looking for anything aggressive or, fighty quite yet. And we'll see how this game goes. Looks like both junglers will be starting on the top side of the map, pathing towards bot. Both bot lanes wanting to get ahead early. A little bit of cheese, possibly, from the side of the Tigers. Getting a pretty good chunk on the semi-famous there. Semi-famous down 2/3 of their HP. And after that, don't know if much more fighting will be happening, but looking for some poke both sides. Just DGH taking a W from Nami, but they do hit level 2 first, and he will be dashing in on the semi-famous. Does land a bubble onto Just DGH, but flash burned by Smolder here. Forced to use the potion. And a ton of prio early on the side of the DOV Tigers here. Badger might flash on the semi-famous here. Yep, and there it is. Oh, heal burned. Misses the bubble. But more chunking damage coming out onto Trollmere and semi-famous, although both sides of the lane are pretty even at HP, just a little bit of health advantage for the side of just DGH, but just continued fighting. PTA procced and barrier burned on the side of Badger, and otherwise in the top lane, Zinkara going melee range on the Aurora into the Renekton. Camera's gonna pull us away, fighting in the mid lane, fighting in the bot lane. Yet no deaths. Vi spotted here. Xin Zhao is here to match the gank. We'll land the W, but doesn't look like much will happening. Aurora stops Greed's back. Could have killed him if they knew how low he was, I think. But I don't know if they were blind hitting there. Ooh, huge W damage, but... Oh! One more auto and Trollmere would be dead from Badger, but... Both bot lanes low on HP and mana, though Emilio is full HP. We'll be kicking the ball at Smolder, forcing him to reset his back timer. And an early 300 gold lead for the side of the Tigers. Oh, sorry. Looking at the CS here. Oh, before I talk about that, there is a lane gank from the Vi here, looking onto the Aurora, possibly. But meanwhile, we're just gonna see. Oh, Greed jumping in. Does get the stun off. Flash by Vi onto the Aurora. Aurora does have enough dashes to get out, but Vi flash burned for only a chunk on Zinkara. No kill. As I was saying, back to the CS. The top lane and mid lane for the Tigers are both up respectively about 10 to 20 CS each. And early CS leads can mean a lot as we head into late game, but more fighting in the bot lane. Trollmere taking more damage, getting chunked again by showing up mid. Smolder forced to base again. This is not good for the lane. Renekton TPing top. And TPing mid. Dragon has spawned. We'll go back to farming. Now, despite all the fighting and poking, there's still, at 6 minutes, 0 deaths in this game, which is a little against the normal, but Zinkara does, as I say that, does get dashed on by their Renekton and dies. Sends out mid to help them get the push, and then a ping towards bot lane, as Smolder and Nami do have the push here. Vi looking for a lane gank, possibly. But Xin Zhao is there to match the gank. There's pings towards bot lane here. Now, we have a fight. 3v3. Will anything be happening? Bubble is landed on Milio. Milio flash burned. And it looks like nothing will be happening. Just more poking, more trading. No one will be at the dragon. Milio pinging towards to take this sword, but Orianna Annie ult used to save Annie's life. The Q not quite hitting to save Annie there, or to kill Annie there. Command something. Command. I don't know what it's called. Command explosion. No. I'm angry now. What's this called? Command shockwave. Yes. Now, despite the first blood going to the side of the doctors, they are still down about 600 gold. Not a lot, but that's about 2 kills worth. Orianna has double Annie's CS, whereas Renekton has more or less evened out the CS state of that lane. Now Vi is just taking grubbies right now. Still no one looking towards the dragon at 8 minutes. We're gonna have, if we do get to soul this game, it's gonna be quite late. The first dragon just now getting pinged at to actually possibly get started at about the 9-minute mark, when it will be, probably get finished around 9:30 if Xin Zhao's just soloing it. Grub's taken by Vi. But now Milio and Lucian are here to help him secure the objective. First dragon will go down around 9:15. Now it looks like this bot lane has actually, despite the heavy trading early, has really kind of evened out. To the point where Milio's actually only down 6 CS despite being forced out of lane multiple times. Orianna doing so much chunking damage. Smolder stacking. Let's take a look at Mind has got a little fight going on. Smolder ult used. Will dodge the ball. Lots of trading. Xin Zhao is here, but Vi is also here to match the gank. Looks like nothing will probably happen. And if you look at Smolder stacks at 60 at minute 10. Not ideal, but we'll hit 225 eventually. Lucian ult is used here, but will get hit by the Nami bubble. Vi's here, does get hit by the ball. Not Vi ult used. Heal used. Xin Zhao ult used, and now that's Blob Boy dead. And it's 2v3. That's the Nami dead. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Hinkari and Greed fighting one another. Flashed by both of them. Both used their ults, and neither of them die. Badger flash onto Trollmere. Maybe a little bit aggressive. No mana, lots of HP, but we'll try and dive him here and will not kill him. But does get the plate and force him out of lane. Absolutely, that Milio ult healing the initial chunk of damage from the Vi in that bot fight. getting them those 2 kills, and now this pretty sizable gold lead of about 2k gold across the team. Lucian the first, oh, not necessarily the first, but both Orianna and Lucian have completed their first items at this point. Orianna with the Seraphs and Lucian with the Essence Reaver. Greed dashing on his Zinkara will get slowed. Zinkara does dodge the Q. Greed dodges the Q of Zinkara. Zinkara misses the cannon, and now Greed here with a huge health lead will just be going on to Zinkara, and maybe even, oh, Zinkara does dash out invisibly away, will be saved. Smolder does have Essence Reaver completed as well. Lots of fighting here, ults used. Lucian does claim the feat of warfare, but Smolder does get the Lucian in return. And, oh, could have kept going, but Leo does get the ball kicked right in Smolder's face, forces him out of the way. Yeah, Lucian was probably could have lived there if he needed 2 to 3 tower shots. Command Shockwave used does miss, though Orianna's still pretty much just about doubling the CS of Annie here for but Xin Zhao caught out possibly, does use the ult to stop some damage, but now he's here. No Shockwave for this fight to be helped, but Annie will get the shutdown onto Xin Zhao, but now your Lucian and Emilio are. Lucian with the insane damage and extra range from Emilio W. Annie will flash to avoid the Lucian death. Annie TP is used, but Orianna might be able to get this first blood tower here, which will give them the feats. Does take it, but Annie's stun does go through and might be able to kill the Arn here. No, the slow enough to help Orianna get out. Lucian won't use yet again. We've got a little bit of a fight going here. Vi is here to match. Could Millie ult saving Lucian. Still here. No ults on the Vi to use to save them. Bubble does go wide. And now we've got an Orianna TP here to match the Annie move, and we'll push them off. Oh, does hit the Nami over the wall. That's crazy. And in the top lane, Greed killing Zinkara. Gold lead has been about doubled here now. From 2k to just under 4k. So, the Dodgers credit, they do have a winning top lane, while everywhere else is down a lot of gold. 1,300 gold in the bot lane for Lucian. 1,800 gold in the mid lane for Orianna. Jungler's about even. 1,400 gold for the Renekton in the top lane supports 600 gold for the I wouldn't count the Doctors out quite yet. They do still have scaling if they can get to it. But a 5-1 Lucian is very scary. Though he is going what looks like rapid fire. Which at this point, with he's so far ahead, Does make sense, but he'll be doing less damage than if he opted towards something like Dai. Or more... Is that not rapid fire? Sure it is. Oh, true. Could be really. But yeah, that makes more sense. I'm just used to the whole, like, Lucian doesn't really win every single card. That being said, we do have a little bit of a fight here. Since our all burns, so is Smolder, and looks like nothing will be happening. We're gonna command Shockwave onto the Andy, does get the kill as Vi arrives. And Tibbers is dead, so meanwhile Lucian in the mid lane, flashing on the Trollmere flashing away as well, but dies anyways. Riptail being spawned here as they take tier 2 in the mid lane. They could look to push at least for sure the tier 3. I don't think they want to take in hit at this point in the game, but Zinkara dodging the Renekton W. Yeah, it's gonna force the Nami flash as Lucian just jumps in yet again. Doing so much damage. Top lane, Renekton. Flash goes on to Aurora. Let's do a ton of damage, but Zinkara dashing away with the ult. But now, Xinjiao might be heading top here to possibly gank or nothing, but no, we'll just opt towards taking the blue buff. And you're right, there's an Avori plus the BF sword. This Lucian is rich. So much damage. And I was gonna say both teams are not gonna fight, but Oriana up 80 CS and 2 kills does just one shot Annie with the command Shockwave. We'll be Jalu going into Blob Boy here. Probably forced to flash, Smolder ult used. Lucian ult used onto the Smolder, chunking him for half HP. And pings from the Tigers onto Otacon, spawning in 7 seconds as they get the tier 2 tower in the bot lane. Meanwhile, Annie TPing top to assist Green with the kill onto Aurora. Zinkara flash is used, and meanwhile in the bot lane, an uncontested Otacon into probably a Mountain Drake for the Tigers puts them. They're already up about 70k, not even that much more, with the Dragon stats as well as the Otacon stats and passes. The Granton is finally leaving the top lane, but a forced bot drive to take over that lane himself.
I know.
Aurora TPing top to match the Annie pushing against that tower, and Annie will just walk away. True, Smolder, where's that guy? Smolder is at 154. I think generally the goal is to be at your 225 by 20-ish minutes, so quite far behind the pace, but hopefully able to hit that point before the game ends. Might be a difference maker.
but as you say, Tigers are so far ahead that it might not make a difference whether or not the Smolder Execute passive is unlocked. Pings onto the Annie here by the Aurora. Meanwhile, some cheese looking to be done against the Oriana here in the bot lane with the Renekton Vi in the alcove. There will be Vile used on. Meanwhile, the game wants to see the top lane fight. And Annie's dead, but meanwhile, Blob Boy and Semi-Famous here fighting. So, Oriana does manage to get Vi and trade 1-for-1 in a 1v3. Or 1v4 even. And yeah, Oriana's in this game, has Rabadon's completed. Does so much damage, as you can see. Renekton will be taking this tier 1 tower in the bot lane. Shut up, Drew. I've like remembered to do that like for half of it. So I have a macro that also helps get rid of my overlay. Oh, true. What the heck? I didn't even notice that. Another decisive fight here. Tigers taking over the map. Actually, that's true. Where are my champions? Well, the Tigers up about 9k gold at this point in the game. We'll be looking for this tower, but meanwhile, Zakara taking bot lane tier 3 in hip tower. And Lots backing off now, so maybe I have some time to... there we go. My bad, guys. I didn't realize those were gone. Shoot. I'm sure these are like every time I do this today. Baron can be taken pretty much uncontested by the Tigers here, as the Doctors look to get prio for this dragon, but they're just gonna lose the Baron, and there are pings to end. They're not even looking for the dragon here. We'll be backing for TP from the Annie. Looks like they're asking Renekton to solo the dragon while they go and defend their base, but they need to back. They cannot be fighting this. Oh, here we go. We're gonna fight Lucian onto the Smolder. Renekton does flash on a Lucian. Lots of ults going down onto Zenkara. Zenkara is soloed out. And is getting an ult onto the backline, but the million healing is there to keep them alive. Vile's onto Everin, but does die himself. And that's just a super decisive team fight that might end up being game. Shockwave one-shotting or the Nami. Holy, this Oriana damage is disgusting.
And here we are at the end of game number 1 with a win for the Tigers. Now,
so you better not miss. And we only get stronger.
All right. Welcome to game 2 of the first series of the Gauntlet. DOV Tigers is the Doctors. The Doctors have selected red side for game 2. And as expected, we're seeing the same, probably first 4 bands. Yep. Zach and Mundo against Blob Boy, and then Riven and Bessa against Lucara. Probably true. Jinx band also staying the same. I don't remember what the Doctors banned last game, but I think, yes, it was a Nocturne. So first ban phase will stay the exact same. And we'll see what the Tigers decide to first pick. Nothing over quite yet. 5 seconds left to pick their champ. What will it be? Varus. Varus, a very strong champion, can be played in a variety of comps in a variety of different ways. And actually kind of just wins a lot of lanes himself. So very good first pick. Will be matched by the Jhin. Probably. No, I don't know exactly how this matchup plays out. Depends on what build Varus goes, I think. But Jhin scale is really strong. Really into the late game. 4 crit items, does a lot of damage. Varus can opt into lethality or on hit. Even AP if they so desire. Wukong, which was banned last game, actually against the Tigers, will be picked up by the Doctors, both to act as a ban but also a pick, taking it away from the Tigers' future use. What will the Tigers decide to match with? Ivern, I love Ivern. This Ivern worked really well with a lot of champions, but does like melee champs to utilize the shield burst. So we'll see what the Tigers decide to draft with the Varus Ivern into the Jhin Wukong. Nautilus to pair with the Varus. Okay, looking like they're really wanting to play aggressive in the bot lane, get some kills with the Nautilus Varus onto Jhin and whatever Jhin decides to pick. Morgana, okay. That was my thoughts to deliver service. But Morgana will be picked up to kind of counteract the CC, a plethora of CC the Tigers already have. And we'll head into the second phase of bans. Syndra will be banned against the Tigers. We'll see what the Tigers decide to ban against the Doctors in this second game. Will be a Mordekaiser ban. Not entirely sure that I mean, maybe someone on the Doctors plays, but I don't know how well that champ would fit into their comp. And Mordekaiser is a little weaker now, unless they are looking to draft something like Shen, which Mordekaiser does bully. So that the Tigers are looking to draft Shen for more shielding, more engage, more just protect the carry. That could be the case. Shen, a decent user of Ivern's shields. So is Nautilus, so. Mel will be banned by the Doctors, followed by a Vigar ban. Into the second phase of picks, Doctors will have first pick in this section of the draft. Nothing hovered quite yet. Way. Okay. Kind of got a Wombo comp going here. Wukong ult, Morgana ult, Hui, just AoE damage. But not a lot. Wukong is your only source of front line is a little scary, I would say. So I would... The Doctors, I think, would probably want to pick some sort of... they don't really have a main engage. Wukong can be, but he's not the best main engage. Whereas they kind of want to kite back with the champs they have right now, whereas Wukong wants to go in. Xerath will be picked into the Hui. Like to see that. But also would like to see them with some sort of more fun line. And also, ideally someone who can use Ivern shields well. Like the Gwen or something like that. What counters Olaf? Not Ornn. Okay, Scion. Okay, something top. Can be really strong. You know how to play it. But that disgusting player Baus has ruined how some people play this champ, but it looks like it will just be a tank matchup in the top. Oh, never mind. Darius switched to last second as the pick for the Doctors, looking to abuse the Scion. Now, I will say, these comps look fun, look decent. Ivern has some good shield targets, but the Doctors draft makes a little there's some parts of it don't make sense to me, just in that the Morgana, Hui, and Jin kind of want to be kiting back, just in how they play, whereas the Wukong Darius want to be going in. Morgana can go in. Hui does have AoE and all that can make the engage good, but they definitely aren't like necessarily go in champs like Wukong Darius are, but Darius and Scion, I would agree, Xerath, not Darius. Xerath and Scion are a little odd to me. Maybe Xerath is just really good into Hui. But Scion is a good weak sider, I will say. If they play safe, just scale, farm, can just become a really good tank in the late game. So, I mean, I guess we will see how it plays out. Oh, for sure, I think Xerath is a good pick, but maybe in a similar vein to in a semi-similar vein to the Doctor's draft, doesn't ideally fit the
identity of the draft, but does work, I think. Can be the artillery mage in the back while they have a bunch of people in front. So those work out. Now, which side? Turn my mic up.
Maybe I'm just not close enough to it. That might be the problem. I was leaning back in my chair. I'm sorry. Okay. Which side of the draft would I rather play? Personally, I feel like both sides kind of play well into each other, at least in the way that I imagine it. I don't necessarily think one draft has an advantage over the other, but blue side does have a lot of chains to see that they can land onto people, and unfortunately Morgana Spell Shield only works against one thing of CC. Varus ult, Nautilus ult, Nautilus Q, Ivern Q, Xerath stun. So the Doctors need to be using the Morgana Spell Shield well and make sure that they block the CC that needs to be blocked. And if Darius can get ahead in this lane in the top and transfer that lead elsewhere, could be very good. Whereas Ivern Shields with the Varus, Nautilus, and Scion frontline can also be very strong. So I'm excited to see how this game plays out. Hopefully the Doctors can make a comeback and turn this into a 1-1 series. That being said, I'm going to send us to a little intermission as I wait for the spectator delay, put some ads on to get rid of that pre-rolls, and I'll see you in a bit. Scion did indeed forget items. Is backing and buys them. Okay. Good on them. They acknowledged it. The strategy. Maybe it is. I don't know. Now it looks like Badger and just DGH will be looking for some form of cheese. Level 1 here, pushing up to that third bush in the bot lane. Think Sina's blue blind is fake. Maybe. But, okay, looking on Morgana. Yes, okay, hook does land. Does get the slow. Lethal Tempo stacking up. Exhaust does go through. Okay, but now Lethal Tempo is stacked up on Badger, onto Trollmere. And that's Semi-Famous and Trollmere both chunked most of their HP. Yeah, that's rough. This happened last game again, and I'm surprised that Trollmere and Semi-Famous did not expect the cheese, because it happened last game, and they were forced to lane from so far behind for a while then as well. The 220 ward going out from Nautilus into the tri-rush there, but Wukong is pathing top. Ivern doing Ivern pathing things. Never know where that guy's gonna go. Just land another hook. I was going through. Ooh. The binding is gonna push him away enough so that he does not stay in range for that last auto he needs. But both these characters are that Nautilus hook moment. Flash barrier burned by Vars is gonna get out, not die, but Jin does get a trade kill onto Nautilus. Wow, that lollipop is insane. That was crazy. Now, in the top lane, Darius is up 9 CS. Quay doing Quay things, getting a huge chunk onto Everin. Flash does go through, but no abilities left to get damage on. But now Ivern is here to... How did that land? That did not land on my screen, I'll tell you that. But, and that's the feat of warfare claimed at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Chat, last game there were no kills till 6 minutes. Now we got 4 before 4. I love to see it. Scion forcing a freeze here, but Darius is going to try and stop him. He's going to get pulled out, and... Okay, Phase Rush is Prosh, does walk away, but... Darius has a kill angle possibly here onto the Scion. Blob Boy is here for a dive. If he can get this under before the next wave arrives. Deciding not to use abilities to get it, but Blob Boy spotted by the Ivern. Now Ivern actually does a lot of damage here with the bushes, with both buffs. And we'll chunk Blob Boy out a little bit, but Blob Boy is just gonna back. No dive will happen. And now Badger and just DH have a bit of a freeze going on, and looking on to the AD carry and support here, just insane. Oh! And that's a dead Jin. That's rough. I don't even know what to say besides just the fact that the bot lane is over. I don't know how you play this. You can't walk up to the wave. This Nautilus will just hook you, and then Varus will just auto you to death. Oh, that hook landed on Morgana. She's probably dead as well. There will be a plate going to Badger already. Solo play. Nautilus does let him get that by himself. Some good poke by the Xerath onto Quay. Possibly looking... We'll go melee range for this. Misses the stun.
And the auto will finish the kill. Nautilus looking for not a hook, okay. But my oh my. 2,500 gold lead at 6 minutes already. The DOV Tigers looking much more aggressive, much more in charge this game than they did last game at this point in the game. Sign will be TPing top. Definitely don't think he needed to. Could have just walked. Lane is pushing into him. I think. Anyways. And now, oh, this is just so rough. Jin is not allowed to farm his lane. Whale does go wide. Everyone looking to just get the push here, but Miona Step is just eating these minions. Stun goes wide as well. Shield goes through. And no one's gonna die. A little bit of misplay on both sides, but no one's dead. And oh my gosh, this looks unplayable bot lane. They have to go. I feel like they have to go for a lane swap or something of that sort, or else Jin will never have farm until lane phase is over. He is going to get some farm on retire, but these minions are just dying to turret. Now they do have Blob Boy here, possibly looking for a lane gank. I don't know if that ward spotted him. I don't think it did. Everyone is in the top side of the map. No, Blob Boy sitting under tower. Kind of waiting for Nautilus to go in here, possibly looking for it. Does have an ult. Oh, Barsuk goes wide. And now here's the Wukong ult going on to Badger. Flash is going through. Root does go through. Knockups. Wukong Nautilus ult does get 3 knockups there. Does keep Badger alive. Now, he's still alive, but will any kills go through for either side? No. Badger and Just DJ managing to keep themselves. Oh, Comet does get the kill there. But now Ivern and Daisy are in the bot lane, and honestly surprised no one died there. But while Badger and Just DJ did get it out, there could have been an opportunity to turn there with Temple stacked and all the cooldowns burned on the side of the Doctors, but we will see. Hook does land on to the Morgana, and that'll be another kill. Sitting on 1,500 gold. Well, no. Sitting on 2,300 gold. The Varus is. Oh, diving a little too greedily there. Nautilus is going to go down. Control Mirror's flash, however. Varus will have Bork in base, I believe. Because of 2,300 gold. But needs to get this wave pushed in, and Jin is going to get the shutdown. Okay. Jin, despite being down 30 CS, has managed to get 3 kills for himself. Just because of some overzealous. And there's his air ult. He snipes the enemy AD carry, only for himself to get sniped. We're gonna looking for some Poke on Ivern, but not looking for him. Stun does land into the hook and dead. Any CC for the Morgana? No. Special will be used. Does land the. Okay, Zinkara looking for a trade on to Greed here and might get the kill himself. Flash Q's does kill Darius. Solo kill for the Scion. Wow. What can I say besides just wow? He had counterpick. He had Darius in the Scion and he's getting solo killed. You don't want that. Okay. Up about only 2.5 gold despite the pretty aggressive lead. And here Badger is just going to go on to Troll here. Does not have vision. So will get stopped and will not get the kill onto Jin. Blob Boy killing his red buff. Doing jungler things, you know.
Now, we have a moment to talk. Apparently no more fighting will happen in the next... Oh, as I say that. These two in the mid lane are fighting, and Nautilus is here, does burn the Flash of Quay. Okay, maybe I can talk for a minute now, unless there's some more fighting. Ping towards bottom. Now, how do the Doctors get back into this game? Jin already has some gold, but they need a win. They need to win a fight around an objective. So maybe that just means they should stop looking for fights and just farm until Dragon 3 or 4. And that sucks. I understand. It really sucks to like feel like you're doing nothing for a little bit, but Zerathol going on to fight 8 is not going to get the kill. But it really does feel like for them to come back into this game, they need to just farm up and stop giving away gold. That being said, Hook is going to go onto the Troll Mirror with the spell shield. No kill will go through. He managed to survive that. Engage. But stop fighting. Just farm. Get your 1-2 item power spikes. And hopefully then you win a fight. But still 0 items completed. For the Doctors. 1 item completed on the Tigers, but definitely close to more. And some pings towards the bot lane here. Ivan and Nautilus just walking on. Though Varus does get joined off, but then there's the Daisy and Ivan and Nautilus ganking in the back line. That's a dead Morgana, and then that's dead Jin. Chat? What did I say? They fought and they died, and now they're even more behind. They need to stop fighting. You need to give. You need to give some things, and it sucks. You need to not get pushed. You need to give them some objectives so you can scale and get some gold and hopefully have some items for a fight. Other than that, I really do not know how they can come back in this game at this point. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's someone else they can do, but that really does feel like, at least in terms of how I know professionals play, how they would want to come back. This is, obviously this is minor league, you know, never know what will happen, but in a perfect world, that's how you come back. Whale does go wide.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Ivan looking onto Wukong here. Does have a Zeros behind him. Now the play does get rooted up, and it's just gonna die. Guys, you can't fight. You can't fight. You can't fight right now. I know it sucks, but you're 0-5. And no, you can't fight. You just can't. Wild Boy looking on to Everin here. Let's get stunned. His flash. And, oh my goodness. Is just dead. And he fought. It's because he fought. Guys, don't fight. Stop fighting. Just farm. Okay. Oh. Stop yapping about farming. Because they want to fight. I get it. They're down 5k gold at 15 minutes. That's rough. You cannot afford to fight and give more gold. Dragon number 2 playing for the DOV Tigers at 15 minutes. And here's Nautilus on the way here. More chain CC dead.
Godlike.
There is 7-0. Yes, it is a bit unfortunate they don't scale. I'm just trying to think of a way for them to win. But I don't know if there is at this point. Far assault onto Jin. Jin flash barrier. Hook lands onto Wukong clone. Not able to get out because of that. And
Darius does get a shutdown onto Sion. Ooh, Varus Q hits the Jhin. Does get him wide. Darius, you want... Darius, I don't know if backing here... I think you want that tower for gold. No, you got the soul for everyone else's bot side. But... alas. There's an objective up and they might try and fight for it. I don't want them to, but they might. Unfortunately, this feels like one of those games where I actually don't know what to talk about because I don't know actually what to, like, how do they win this? Greed's dead. There's no macro things I can talk about just because they're already so far ahead that macro doesn't really matter as much as it would if the teams were even. But he's pushing out bot. He's down there by himself for like 20 seconds. Maybe he can get some damage onto this tower, but Zera's going to be there soon. Ooh! Q goes a little wide going for the wall. That's okay. Wait, got some good damage onto this tower. That's what we like to see. Sion on the other side of the map, trunking out that tower. Wait, missing the E. Ult did hit, however. Might be a fight. Xerath is gonna ult in his face, cancel it in auto. Bar's ult goes wide. Binding lands on a Nautilus into the root, but shielded by Ivern, not gonna take that much damage. And Xerath now 8-0. They're going on to Wukong in his jungle. Bone does get him out of safely. In the top lane, Greed fighting Zinkara. Those tank is processed, but at this point Zinkara has so much HP that it doesn't. He's only doing a third of his HP after a full combo. Nautilus throwing a hook into nothing there, probably for fun. Wukong clone going in. It looks like they're going for something here in the mid lane, but not fast enough. Are able to walk out, and Xerath is just doing so much damage to this way. Ivern gonna take the repair and kill that tower. Gonna drift it. Is gonna stop the Jhin ult. Take this mid tower. Oh my gosh! Although he is get caught out in the middle there, will he die? No, he's Ivern. He is redemption and shields. Meanwhile, Tromir getting one shot by Xerath. In the top lane, Greed and Zinkara fighting. Zinkara has so much HP. Hook lands on to Neil Honda Step. Forced to flash away. Don't take the inhib, guys. It's not smart if you want to stay in the lead. Okay, they're not taking it. Wukong, let the minions take your inhib. Thoughts? Get it? We could say that DOV Xiaolu knows how to drive. He knows how to drive a car. Because he drifted that thing around and then lived to tell about it. Stopped the Jhin ult, hit 3 people. He got a lot of points. Two objectives in the bot lane could be gone for. Semi-famous walking a badger to click W. Missed him with it. Xerath stun into Q, W dead. You hate to see it. And now we're gonna have Dragon into Otacon, most likely.
Daisy! I love Daisy. Yippee Daisy. Daisy's my favorite. Okay, they're giving it. They're not even trying to fight it. Yes, farm. That's what I want to see. But they are looking on the way. Flash into hook, into auto, rooted. Hits him. Oh, Xerath Q misses. Ooh, fake ult. Oh, misses the E. Nautilus Q. Xerath's ability's going wide melee range. Yeah, greed auto him. Take away a quarter of his HP. Yes. Oh, but there's a monkey here. Wukong to go on to the Scion. Scion at half HP. Does flash away. He's gonna get out with the Xerath TP coming in. Xerath ult going on to Darius and Wukong. The game doesn't want me to see it though. We're looking at Nautilus here doing nothing. Okay. Otacon is down there and alive. Everyone on red side is top side. Could be a free objective. Could be. Oh, Greed ghosting on. Flashes into the stun by Xerath, but Xerath forced to flash away himself into the Scion TP. Okay, Darius walks away. Xerath is the liver. He lives. Yes, guys, go take Otacon while the enemy team is all top lane. Yippee! Guys, I love League of Legends. 10k gold lead. Can the Doctors come back? I'd love to see it. Actually, I would love to see the Doctors come back. Game 3 would go so hype. But I don't know how they do it. Lakey, not even Murphy, high key. I don't know how they come back. Oh, by cheesing Badger. That's how they do. Yeah. Yeah. The cheese! That's how you come back. Oh, the Redemption almost killing Greed here. Greed dies to Comet. Xerath ult chunking everybody else. Hook lands onto Semi-Famous, dead. Scion ult onto Mio step, Q, auto. Ooh, hook lands onto Jin. Ivern, Nautilus win this. True. Ooh, Xerath, ooh, dead. Okay, Zenkara gets the kill here, I believe. Or does Mio step get his first KP of the game? I'm a believer. Oh no. Oh. Surely Mio gets his first KP here. No! Yeah. Okay. First tower goes down. Root onto Xerath. Can they? Binding onto Xerath. Wukong ult hits 3. Varus ult chunking the Wukong. Jin took out onto Xerath. Jin hits by Nautilus ult. Ooh, Varus double kill. The perfect game for Xerath. Yawn. And that, folks, I think that might. Although Hui is here, can he clear the wave? Nope, gets hooked. Boom! Scion ult. Scion Q onto Morgana. Varus, auto her. Ooh. Chat. That'll be game 2 and a very decisive 2-0 for the DOV Tigers in the first match of the Gauntlet. First off, I just want to say thank you to the Doctors for committing their time and their energy to a season. I know I enjoyed watching their games. I hope y'all did too. Hope they enjoyed playing. And with that being said, that'll put DOV Tigers as the winners for this series. And they will be playing the... I need to double check. Who are they playing next week? They will be playing... Not even next week. The Knights of Ishtar tomorrow night at the same time. I'll be here. You should join me. It'll be a blast. That being said, who do you guys in chat think was MVP for the side of the Tigers? I've got my idea, but I'm curious what you guys think. Tian. Okay, it's T. Which one is Tian? I don't know. That's not a in-game name. Jungle? Okay, Jalu. Dope. Looking at these games. First game. This game, I gotta give it to Nautilus. Maybe Xerath. Game 1. Oh my gosh, what was... Oh, Lucian Milio? That's right. Lucian ran that game. Personally, you know what? I'm going to give it to just DJH. Supports normally don't get a lot of call-outs for the MVPs. They normally don't. But Milio Game 1, Nautilus Game 2 really did a lot of work in enabling Badger. So I got to give MVP to just DGH. Let me see. I'll yoink this guy into my call. Uh-oh. Move him to... Gotcha, I got him. Wait, no! Just DGH, if you can hear me, join temp casting. Join me. So I can ask you questions. Yippee! He's gonna come. I can't drag him. I don't have the perms. Guys, what a great series. I'm excited for tomorrow, especially. I'll be streaming as well. But I can't get them in here. But I almost had it. I can't grab him. I don't have powers. Okay, whatever. I guess we will not be doing an interview, unfortunately. But again, congratulations on the DOV Tigers. On their first series win. They've got a long road ahead of them to make it to semifinals, but I believe they can do it if they play well and win some games and stomp the Rift like they did today. That being said, I've got nothing else. That's the only series for the night. So thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for joining me. And tomorrow, tune in for DOV Tigers versus the Knights of Ishtar. Peace out. Thank you. Bye.